it is visible, right? Yes,
sir.
so how we have construct the differential amplifier. So you see, this is one common emitter, this is another common emitter configuration, right? So even though its input is grounded, but we will apply the input at base 1. This is transistor 1, transistor 2. So what is the assumption here is, so we will assume all the transistors are matched. We will assume all the transistors are matched. Matched means they are constructed from the same material. They are constructed from the same material so that they will have the same gain, beta 1, beta 2, all the parameters are same. All the parameters are same. We will see why we need to consider such a scenario. So we have taken two transistors, common emitter configuration, and we have connected their emitter terminals together. We are connecting their emitter terminals together, and this together, then we got this. So the output voltage here simply proportional to the here V0, we can write it as Vc1 minus Vc2. So this Vc1 will be proportional to V1 and Vc2 will be proportional to V2. So V0, you can write it as proportional to V1 minus V2. V1 minus V2 is nothing but the differential voltage. So the output voltage for this type of configuration is proportional to VD. VD is nothing but V1 minus V2. So V1 is one input voltage that we are applying. V2 is another input voltage that we are applying. So for this type of connection, the output voltage is proportional to VD. So for this, if you take a single configuration, so for example, you are taking the output voltage here. You are taking the output voltage here from this to this, right? How we can write the output voltage means VCC minus ICRC and sorry, here collector at the collector not here, at the collector terminal. So V0 is VCC minus ICRC minus IE RE1 and plus VE. VCC minus ICRC minus IRE plus VE. So this is at one collector terminal. So for example, V01. And similarly, if you write V02. So V02 will be, again, it will be VCC. So ICRC1, IC1, RC1 and IE1, RE1, right? And this VE common. So IC2, RC2 minus IE2, RE2 plus VE. So this is the output voltage at collector 1, and this is the output voltage at collector 2. So this is, let us call it as V01. Now, so in this case, V0 is nothing but V01 minus V02. V01 minus V02. So if you take the difference between these two, what is happening? The supply voltages will get cancelled. So because we have assumed all the transistors are matched, so IC1 will become approximately, not exactly, IC2, and IE1 will be approximately equal to IE2. And here we have to assume RE1 is equal to RE2 also, if you assume, and that is equal to RE, and RC1 is equal to RC2, right? So then you can write it as the output voltage. So what will happen? IC into RC, right? IC into RC plus plus or minus and IE into RE, right? So if you assume, we can almost right. IC is approximately I. So then the output voltage IC into RC plus RE. So that's why when we are taking the output voltage at both the terminals, it is balanced because the DC voltages are getting cancelled. Whereas if you take the output only from either end of the transistor, then the output is not balanced because we are having the supply voltages. Supply voltages are coming into the picture. So that's why, so if we take the output only at one end of the transistor or from a single transistor of this configuration, then the output is not balanced. If you take in this way from both the terminals, so then the DC voltages will get cancelled. So that is why it is called balance. So this is how we will realize the differential amplifier. And so differential amplifiers are classified based on how many inputs we are using and how the output is taken. So if you use two input signals, if you are applying both the inputs, so in this configuration, if you are applying inputs to the both the base terminal, then it is dual input. Then it is said to be dual input. Otherwise, if you are applying only V1, if you are not applying V2 is equal to 0, or either of the input only, you are applying only input at only at one base, not both the bases, then it is called single input configuration. If you are applying two input signals, then it is called dual input. Otherwise, if you are applying input only at one base terminal, then it is called a single input. Next, if the output voltage is measured between two collector terminals, in this way. If you are taking output from both the collector terminals, so here the output voltage is taken with respect to both the collector terminals, then it is called balanced. Why? Because both the collector terminals are at the same DC potential with respect to ground. Same DC potential with respect to ground. So if you measure the output at only one of the collector, then it is called unbalanced output. Then it is called unbalanced output. Right? So based on this, we are going to classify the differential amplifiers into 4 configurations. So right here we have two choices, dual input, single input, and we can take balanced output and unbalanced output. So total 2 power 2, 4 possible combinations are there. So first configuration is dual input, balanced output. Second case, you may apply both the inputs, but you may take output only at one collector, and it is dual input, unbalanced output. And third case, you can apply only single input at one of the base, but you may take output from both the collectors. From both the collectors you may take. Then it is called balanced output. In next case, last case is you apply the input at only one of the bases and you take output only from one of the collectors. So then it is single input, unbalanced output. So in case of dual input balanced output, we are applying input to both the base terminals and we are taking the output with respect to both the collectors. Whereas dual input unbalanced output means we are applying input at both the base terminals, but output we are taking only at one collector terminal. So single input means we are applying input at only one base and output we are taking with respect to both the collectors. So last case, we are applying input only at one of the bases and we are taking output at only one of the collector terminals. So based on this, we are classified the differential amplifiers into 4 configurations. 4 configuration. So you will see. So this case you see the first case we are applying input at both the terminals. So that's why this is dual input and we are taking output at both the collector terminals. So this is dual input, balanced output. Dual input, balanced output. So you look at here, we are applying inputs at both the base terminals. We are applying input at both the base terminals, but we are taking output only from one collector. We are taking the output from only one collector. So that's why it is dual input and unbalanced output. Dual input because we are applying input at both the terminals, but we are taking the output only the collector too. You can take here also. So at any one collector you can take. It is need not be at collector 2 only. You can take collector 1 also. So that is why it is called dual input unbalanced output differential amplifier. So the third one is single input only we are applying. Single input only we are applying. The second base terminal is grounded. Second base terminal is grounded. But we are taking output with respect to both the collector terminals. We are taking the output with respect to both the collector terminals. So that's why it is single input and output we are taking both the collector terminals. So balance output differential amplifier. So next last one we are applying at only one base and we are taking output only one collector. So this you can interchange. So it need not be in the same fashion, but you are applying input at only one base and you are taking output only at one collector. So it is single input, unbalanced output differential amplifier. So like this, we have classified the differential amplifiers into 4 categories.